What's going on, everyone? Anthony here with AC Toys, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are continuing on with the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Wave 11, and today's review will be of Dino Charge Pink, or Shelby. So as you can see here, it is in your standard Power Rangers Lightning Collection box display. You have artwork right here on the side, open window display of the figure and all the accessories, Power Rangers Lightning Collection logo right here at the bottom, Dino Charge Pink Ranger label at the very bottom, the artwork that wraps around to the side. Let me pan out here for a second. So as you can see here, Power Rangers Dino Charge logo right here at the top on this side of the box. And then artwork that continues on the other side. You have pink at the top, 3D rendering of the figures on the back, legalese and barcode at the bottom. Once again, here is the barcode for anybody that needs to scan it at their local Target or Walmart. I was able to find mine at Target here in Houston. But yeah, enough of that. What do you say we crack her open and see how cool she actually is? All right, guys, here we have Shelby out of packaging, and my gosh, this is a glorious figure. Pinless double jointed elbows, pinless double jointed knees, damn near perfect paint applications across my figures. But you know what, before we get into her, let's go ahead and take a quick look at her accessories, because it's a bit strange. So obviously she comes with her standard Dino blaster right here, or morpher, however you want to consider it, only painted on the one side, completely bare on this side for whatever reason, and it is a slightly different yellow plastic than the other ones. It's almost like a highlighter plastic. I think Riley was the same, I'm not sure. Once again, all my stuff is packed up, so I don't have access to it, but it just does port right there into her hands like so. If it'll port in there, there we go. And she does hold it kind of funny. I don't know, like if you can see there, it's held kind of funny, but she does hold it, and these are gun trigger hands because they do go up and down instead of the normal in and out. But if you don't want her holding that, she also comes with, and this is the strange part, her signature weapon. I don't remember exactly what this is called, but she does just port in there as well. Now, the strange part about her coming with her signature weapon is the fact that literally none of the other Dino Charge Rangers came with their signature weapons. They just came with the standard blaster and then the standard sword, Dino Saber, that would fold up. It doesn't fold up, but you know the one I'm talking about, instead of their signature weapons. And I think most of the fandom just kind of agreed that the reason they don't come with their signature weapons, because I don't think they get their signature weapons until they have their armored up version, where those spikes come out of this arm. And I think thought Hasbro was just going to re-release the same figure with a different arm and then their signature weapons. But lo and behold, Shelby came with her signature weapon. She doesn't come with the sword, which is fine. I got a ton of those. But also, at the same time, why only her? You figured she would have actually got less, because like she's basically a whole new sculpt. They had to start from the ground up. They couldn't reuse her legs because it's pinless. They couldn't reuse her arms because it's pinless, and it has the scales. So she's completely redesigned. You figured they would have skimped out and just shoved more accessories with her that we've already had instead of making a whole new one. But anyways, she also comes obviously with her two weapon holding hands. Both of these hinge up and down instead of the normal in and out. And then you have the standard karate chop hand, and also no silver paint, just like none of the other Rangers except for Tyler. And then you have one closed-fisted hand. So if you didn't want her to have her weapon holding hands, she does have these two options right there. And then as for the lightning effect, per the usual with Lightning Collection figures, she comes with the same blast effect that has came with all these other ones, which I really do like. I do wish it was kind of in a pink. Anyways, but yeah, good looking blast effect, fits in really, really nice. And then last but not least, she comes with her civilian head sculpt, which I think personally looks really, really good. Once again, these newer seasons are a lot easier, and they were probably able to get her face scan during their run with Beast Morphers in the not anniversary, I guess it was an anniversary episode. Either way, in the reunion crossover episode, Whenever she did her voiceover, they probably also had her scan her face. So it looks really lifelike. Go ahead and pop this off. Pop the new one back on. Ooh, this one's a little bit tough. Actually, you know what? This one's really tough. Give me a second, guys. Let me go put a hairdryer to this and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. That was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, but there you go. And honestly, this is probably one of the best, not the best, but one of the best head sculpts they've done in this line so far. It looks just like her. It's a really nicely done head sculpt. The hair is done very nicely. Let's just go ahead and take a look at the details while we're here then. Yeah, guys, that is an amazing looking head sculpt. The hair work is done phenomenally. A little bit of a mark going on there. Not sure what that is. But yeah, paint work done. Okay, there's some mishaps going on right there. Not too bad. They have the buckler right. The silver is on the dinosaur and the black is in the background. Our Triceratops is painted in very nicely. This part right here is supposed to be all black, but not too big of a deal. Overall, a really solid figure. As you can see here, pinless knees to give it that nice seamless look. Pinless elbows that look great. Honestly, female figures are probably some of the figures that need double elbows the most. And it's sad that it took them this long to implement it in the Ranger line. Yeah. And then as far as the helmet sculpt goes, it is done very, very nicely. So, and luckily she doesn't fall prey to the most common issue that these pink rangers have, where part of their torso is purple for whatever reason. Come on, pop off. Pop off. You finish this review. Pop off. Oh, that is very tough, guys. I highly recommend you be careful with this. And it's probably because of this new neck joint that they're utilizing for this body mold. And you know what? While we're here, let's go ahead and look at articulation. Because this is not your standard typical barbell hinge. It is a barbell, but instead of a hinge, it rotates at the neck. Similar to how the turtles were. Personally, I don't like this. I don't feel like the range of movement is necessary for it to switch over to this. So I hope that this is a one and done thing. It does rotate full 360 at the base of the neck, and then the ball hinge up here kind of like pegs. So you get movement, but it's very stiff. And it's since the base of the neck moves, it kind of makes it hard for the head to turn only. So basically you're turning the whole neck. And I don't know if there's a front or a back to this thing. But anyways, there you have it. You have ball hinge shoulders. We'll go out about that far. Full 360, at least on this side. You do have to kind of go a little bit around the shoulder pad on this side. Does have butterfly joints. So it goes back a very good amount. Forward, not so much actually, very little forward. Upper bicep swivel, which is new for a female figure as well. Double jointed elbows, once again, pinless, new for a female figure. Wrist rotation does do a full 360. This one goes up and down. The other ones go in and out. You have the upper diaphragm, so will rock side to side, full 360 if need be. Forwards, backwards, yada, yada, yada. And then you have your lower ab crunch, which doesn't go down very much. Goes down about that much. Goes back an ungodly amount. Does have splits or ball jointed hips. We'll do the splits very nicely. Do these have drop down hips? Yes, it does have drop down hips. So basically this figure is all new in terms of articulation for the Lightning collection. So that is very nice. If you guys aren't aware what drop down hips are, it basically lets the hip drop down a little bit so you can get a wider range of motion, which I am truly, truly appreciative for in Ranger figures. Double jointed knees, pinless, upper thigh swivel, which is nice. boot cuff swivel, and ankles. So down, up, side to side, and peg holes at the bottom. So it is your standard typical Lightning Collection articulation, at least for a male body mold. For a female, this is leaps and bounds above what we've had in any other female figure in this line. And honestly, it is very, very superior. These drop down hips, the double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, all pinless, great paint apps. Honestly, this is a very strong contender for figure of the year. So, oh no, we are having a really, really great year this year. Ecliptor, Finster, now Shelby. I mean, Lightning Collection, you guys are killing it short of what you had done to poor Lunar Wolf. Anyways, let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. So as far as some size comparison goes, here are it next to the other Wave 11 figures in this line. We have it next to Lunar Wolf, which I reviewed first, and then here is Zato, the Dino Fury Red Ranger that I reviewed the other day. So yeah, she is now up to par in terms of articulation with her male counterparts. And here we have her next to the other Dino Charge figures that have been released in this line so far. Dino Charge Green, Red, Black, and Gold. So obviously we just need one more to complete the core team of the Dino Charge line, and that is Dino Charge Blue. I don't know when that's going to be released. Hopefully this year, and I guess after that, this will be one of the teams closer to be completion. Obviously, I know there are a lot of members in Dino Charge. I think 10, maybe 11 or 12. I'm not quite sure if you count Purple twice. One as the male, one as the female. Either way, the core team is almost complete. I'm obviously well aware that there are tons of other Rangers, and I hope we get them all. I love Dino Charge as a series, so I'm really hoping that they do complete this team very soon. Obviously, it's not going to be this year as far as the whole set, but I do feel like Dino Charge will be completed this year. I think Blue, in my personal opinion, will be announced sometime this year and released this year, hopefully. So yeah. And then just because you know you can't have the first female Black Pink Ranger not compared to the first Pink Ranger, Power Ranger wise at least, ever. So here she is next to the original MMPR figure release. This is the Kimberly version from the single pack. So as you can see here, in terms of articulation, there's no upper bicep, no double jointed elbows. So it is pinless, but obviously that's because it's a single jointed elbows. She does have double jointed knees, but they are pinned. So this is a good comparison, as you can see. And I know a lot of people are saying that they don't like, well, maybe not a lot of people. I knew there was one person who said in a review that he's not excited for double jointed female figures and that they make the arms look too long or whatever it was. I forgot who said that. But as you could see here, it is not any longer than a single jointed arm. It is basically just the same with a better range of motion. Like, why would you not be excited for double jointed elbows on a female figures? It should have been the standard from the get-go, since Hasbro was already implementing double jointed female figures in their other lines. I get it. They're different teams. They don't technically share the same resources. I know they share some stuff, but not all stuff. I know certain genres like Marvel wants to keep their stuff in-house. Even though it's made by Hasbro, Marvel likes to keep their stuff with their stuff only, and then eventually we'll move on to other lines once their engineers figure it out. But anyways, yeah, let's move on to final thoughts. So moving on to final thoughts on this figure. Is she a smash? Is she a pass? I highly, highly recommend you get this figure. This is such an amazing figure. The paint apps on mine are done very nicely. Obviously, yes, she's missing the black like Tyler had on his, but like also none of the other Rangers except for Chase, obviously, because he's the Black Ranger with black boots, has the black, doesn't have the silver. Not too big of a deal. Strange that she comes with her signature weapon and nobody else does. It's just one of those things where like, oh, what's going on, Hasbro? Why only her? Why only him? Yada yada yada. But overall, I highly recommend this figure. Do not skip on her. She is a great figure. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, full terms of articulation full articulation in terms of her male counterpart. So she is definitely the step in the right direction. It's kind of iconic. I guess she is the first female black female Pink Ranger, and she is the first female Ranger in this line to have full terms of articulation. So Highly recommend her. Do not skimp on her. And yeah, guys, I really appreciate all the views this channel has been getting with this line. I guess once I said it really does help if you get these waves first before the major reviewers. It's the only way smaller YouTubers are able to survive in this niche on YouTube, because they really don't promote us anymore. They just basically stick with their bigger guys. So every time you guys like, comment, share, it really helps this channel grow. And I truly appreciate it. And until next time, guys, later.